Hi there, sign of Aquarius. This is Kim, and this is your reading for your next 3 days. So thank you for joining me. Let's see. What do we have? I've done this reading once, but I was not satisfied with it. So we're going to try take 2 here and see what happens. It was good, by the way. It was just a bit too short and wasn't satisfied with it. Okay, Uranus, good. Can we get another one? This one came out in the first one. Maybe that's why I wasn't satisfied too with it. It's because this card is kind of like, it reminds me of the Hangman energy, you know? When something is really still, and yes, there are changes going on inside, like no doubt something's happening with even in the winter energy, but there was this feeling of so much waiting. So much waiting. Okay, so Uranus will come in here and it brings drastic change. It brings a brilliant idea. So I have a feeling we're going to try to work through this. Why are we waiting? What are we waiting for? Energy. That's what it feels like. And the mortification. Okay. So when you get this card, and many things have already ended, and the ground is ready. It's fertile. You could say it's ready for a seed to be planted. But you have gone through this process, and this can mean so many things for different people. I mean, ultimately, there's some sort of thing that's happening on the inside where parts of ourselves feel like they have died, and maybe in a good way, like with there's old versions of ourselves. Maybe it was the ego death, something like that. And then on the outside, it's reflecting. It will reflect, you know, into a lot of things either falling off or relationships ending, things like that. But I suspect that you've been through this process, or the majority of it already, and are in a waiting period. Now I have the sap of the moon plant, which is a really, really good card. I always think of beauty and the finer things in life, being open and ready to receive these things when I see the sap of the moon plant. So, similarity to the first reading, that there is something that you've been waiting on. There is a process that you've gone through. This is not a comfortable, it's not comfortable, the mortification. It isn't usually for anybody. Sometimes it's a relief when we have things go out of our lives that weren't working for us, or that we can see in hindsight, you know, 2020 in hindsight. So let's go deeper. By the way, the website is up and working. If you want a private reading, the information is in the description box below. Just want to add that. And thank you for those who have gotten readings from me. I really do appreciate you all too. Appreciate you being here, your energy. Thank you, thank you. Let's do day 1, day 2, day 3. And then at the end, after I uncover all of these, we'll also do clarification for the people that want to stay around, because I want it to, my goal is to have these readings be at least around 15 minutes or more. Not anything too long, but I don't want them too short. Yeah, the 5 of Cups. Uh-oh. Hang on, my bracelet's coming off. Disappointment. Sadness. Regrets, mistakes. The card that came out in the first one was about spilt milk, or leaving things in the past if they need to be, or moving on from something from the past that turned out to be somewhat rather disappointing, I would say. Okay, so let's go ahead and go into, so these things, see, things are changing. changing card. Things are changing. And some of you could have gone through a actual mourning period of somebody who had passed away, and that can represent some sort of grieving period also, of going through a grieving period. It's a time where we're having to go over the emotions from the past. So I have chocolate. See, I have such a mix here because it's like you're waiting on something to come in. Maybe waiting on this change. The Uranus card can also bring in a lot of like brilliant ideas, epiphanies, things like that. So I have chocolate, which says satisfaction, perfection. Oh, I have the rainbow underneath it. Yay. Okay, so I have satisfaction, perfection, love, romance, treating yourself, sweet, rich, smooth, splurge, aphrodisiac, the good stuff, fine dining, do things right, celebration, and an elevated mood. This chocolate, this satisfaction, is similar to what the sap of the moon plant is bringing in. These two almost go together. Look, and you're being guided to gold. You guys, it does get better. I'm glad I did this reading over. Because the other reading went good too, but there was just so much focus on the past people, past things that didn't make us feel good, that it was just, it felt to me like you were going through energy that could have been draining just by thinking about this past stuff. You're being guided. Yes, you're being guided to the pot of gold. And interesting enough, the pot of gold is right here under your rainbow, which is where the colors even match up, which is where you're being guided for your wish granted, for serendipitous events, for things to line up that just kind of feel lucky. It does say patience pays off. And that would be the winter energy, right? Abundance, hope, good luck, promise, a godsend, creation, manifesting wealth, prosperity, and perfect timing. All right. Aquarius. King of Wands. King of Wands. Oh, that's funny. It wasn't Elon. And I'm sorry. I just remember seeing a YouTube with him going like that. That's so funny. So the King of Wands, I don't know, not just him, but other people have been doing that too. That sign, that like, anyway. Okay, so this is someone that's like, I'm going to get that. I'm going to build that. I'm going to make it happen, right? Going to make it happen. This is somebody who inspires others to build. They're generally, they are people who run into gold and wealth also. These are the ones that motivate and inspire other people to be leaders. This was in the first one too, the Eight of Cups. The Eight of Cups. So look at the picture here, because the picture says 1,000 words. Actually, it really does on this card, because it's about leaving something that's overdone. It's been overdone. It was fun at first, but now it has to be left for the path that is actually to the nines, to your Nine of Cups, right? So it's like carrying on your way, being guided to build something new here, leaving behind what doesn't serve you, what isn't emotionally satisfying for you anymore. The Eight of Cups. Wow, another 9. 999. Nines are endings to things. Okay, so, and nines can also bring in harvest. All right, nines can bring in harvest. Nines include the fact that you've been through all the other numbers, so they seem rather challenging. But ultimately, you are the rising phoenix here in this. So you have major transformation, renew, resurrection, rising from the ashes, the mythical bird, the phoenix that rises from ashes in flames. So it is also inspiring, just because of in awe of how it, oh, that's another message, in awe of how it looks. There can be people around you that are in awe of how you look, picking up on energies that look a lot younger than their physical ages, and it's because of stepping into this newer energy where a lot of our belief systems, especially with aging and healing ourselves, are being changed to where we are more powerful. We are taking back our power, and also DNA cell structure change. I can go into a lot of it, but this is specifically the Aquarius reading. But point is that I'm picking up on an energy that is transformed in a new type of energy that you're being guided through to, as an example, as this phoenix for others to see. Oh, another 9. Ooh. I would look up 9999 as your angel number and see what site stands out to you, or what does that mean to you in your life. Wow, because there's major, let me tell you the signs that are on these 9s. You have Scorpio, Libra, Cancer, and Virgo. As far as on these, we have Leo here with this king. It's like it's reaching a point of it's that sovereignty, you know. It's sovereignty. It's you reaching the point of wholeness within yourself, becoming very extremely capable, reaching goals for self-reliance. True, there's always like times in our life where we'll depend on other people, but I'm almost taking it. Yes, it can be financial, but I'm picking this up as more so of somebody who has finally found emotionally the wholeness within themselves, the masculine, the feminine, meaning your self-care is like, woo, it's great. Your love, it's great. You honor yourself, right? You honor your needs. And so that might be what this transformation is even about, is about honoring yourself, and then getting to that point where now would be the good time, once this new chapter starts, to actually maybe not even seek for a partner or a love interest, but that they would just gravitate, the right one would gravitate and come in. Because it's a 9, it's like you've shed off a lot of karmic stuff and found that love that you had to find for yourself in order to attract the right things even, right? So there may be some letting go of people from the past, or things from the past that didn't work out, that were tied to an older energy or a different version of ourselves. This is the self that accepts all parts, that is completely whole. So this is amazing. With the 9s, this is amazing. So I see a lot of accomplishment here. It says you're capable. Oh, we have day 2. I have the Hierophant. And I have the Knight of Cups. Wow. Okay, that's interesting coming out together, isn't it? That's interesting coming out together. The Hierophant, well, you see it as a spiritual leader here on the card. That's a good way to, it's a good way to look at it. You see the Trinity here also. You see all things being connected. But you being very wise, and almost like a, perhaps you are like a spiritual medium. A person that is very, there are people who can be there are people who can be connected to the spirit realm, and they themselves, when it comes to the overall concepts of spirituality, might not know as much as you do. This is what you might be a special type of medium. And I've really never even gotten that message here. But like a person that is so connected to divine source creator and spirituality, that piercing the veil for you, you may be able to pull back information for people, about their spiritual journey and their own connection. Almost like you're like, I've never heard the words like a spiritual like leader medium, but that's what's coming through. So that's for some of you all, for sure, if you resonate with that. The Knight of Cups, we can look at this very generically if you want. I don't really like that word, generic. I don't like that word because there's nothing really wrong with generic products to me. Sometimes they're better. So, okay. It can be an unexpected offer, or somebody that's going to propose unexpectedly. I don't know how many of you that's for, but that can be here. Of somebody who's somebody that sees a very divine connection in you or within you. They could make it be known to you on this day that, hey, there's this really strong spiritual connection that I feel I have for you. I feel like God brought us together, is what this connection would say, or what they're feeling. It's genuine, what they're feeling. However, the card on it does say seducer. The reason it says that is because this card can bring about dreamy like energy. You know, this is a dreamy person. So there might be an unexpected spiritual connection that you have with somebody. Perhaps you meet them when traveling or mingling with new groups, with new people. Spirit is saying that there are a lot of you all here that could use a microphone to speak about your spirituality and about your, I don't know, just be heard more, using your throat chakra more. If you're getting a pull to this, you may be even having issues with the throat chakra area, pressure, or swelling, or constant clearing of the throat. You may have signs that Spirit's wanting you to clear it and use it more. There's something about okay, well, that makes perfect sense for an Aquarius. Aquarius signs are very, you all have really unique views. It's like, okay, Libra has the ability to step outside of the box and see a big picture. Aquarius can like imagine the box there or not. It doesn't matter. They can do whatever they want. So your uniqueness is just a comparison as far as like how I see you all. I see you all as being these people that can like be the magician and create from out of the sky, out of no. I don't know where your uniqueness comes from, but it's definitely built into your astrology. It's definitely something about how the stars aligned. But there's something about sharing these brilliant ideas, or broadcast what it is that you know to be true. I don't have social media, but it's being heard and speaking up. Yeah, okay. And I have a roundabout, which is talking about connections. It's also talking about perfect timing, too, and controlling the flow of information. There's some sort of role that Spirit seems to be guiding you into, where you are part of that control of information, because there's something that's really special and unique about how you're able to express yourself. So this card says, keep it moving, keep it moving. Yeah, okay. Different than the winter energy, which would say, stop, don't do anything. But I have a feeling that this is something that you've been in. So I have the King of Cups. Look at these kings here. And the, whoa. And the Princess of Cups. Well, we just don't have the Queen of Cups here. We have the whole family, but the Queen. We have the Knight of Cups, King of Cups, Page of Cups. Ooh. That's day 3. This is somebody that shares a vision. They, you see on the card, like, this is somebody that shares a vision. They see you in there. They see you in the scene with them. Is this somebody that wants to photograph you, or or see you on stage, or see you perform, or imagines you leading something either with them or for them, because it's definitely like a heart tie. But I'm getting somebody that's also enjoying, with this Page of Cups by the card, somebody who's really enjoying what they're doing for their work. This person's creating, and they look like they're creating a dress, like they're a fashion designer. So that's an interesting message that's coming through. The sewing machine is peeking through too. And here's the swan, which is saying there's a heart connection here with somebody that feels like you have this endless creativity. It just looks graceful. It looks like there's something about it that they really love about you. It says the filmmaker. So I have to have the headache card. And another 9. So you have 5 9s in your reading. So the headache card says poor health, dis-ease, illness, unpleasant. Something is off or annoying. And then ballet shoes with stamina, endurance, talent, repetition, effort required, tread lightly, pursuit of the arts. Day 3, I'll have to find out what feels off or what it is that might be possibly going on here for you to get that card. It does say self-care on there too. So maybe, because, you know, ballet or ballerinas, they tend to overdo it and really stress themselves out. And so it could be saying to, like, warning on the not to stress yourself out or overdo it. Make sure you're acknowledging your self-care. It can be easy to be caught up, especially when we're doing something that we find ourselves in the middle of our hobby or doing something we really love, that we don't notice when we're overdoing it. All right, so tell me about the 8 of Cups, please. First, 8 of Cups, King of Wands. Tell me about both. The Lovers. The Lovers. And Strength. And the Ace of Wands. Ooh, this is new inspiration, and this is passionate. Love or work. Something here. I think we're leaving something behind with the 8 of Cups, something that didn't work out, or we're deciding that we may do that. We may go in a different direction. And it might be because there is some sort of crossroads coming up, offering you a decision. This person being brought into your life sees your strength, sees you as very confident and a very powerful human being. They would like to be on that path with you because they also see you as somebody who cares a lot, but is able to kind of like take care. You know, you can do you, but that's very, it feels like it's extremely sexy to that person. Wow. Okay, so Gemini and Leo energy strong here. Confidence and the strength to walk away from what is not serving you. It can be something that you have waited on for a while that just feels like maybe this is a no-go, either with a person or something, and choosing a different path at this crossroads, at this important decision, because it looks like it will be very successful for you, or you will build something inspiring. Ace of Wands is inspiring and passionate. So now we have the speaker here, this energy of the speaker. Day 2. Tell me about this speaker, the Hierophant. I don't even normally call it that, but it's looking like that to me. Another 9. That's a lot of cards. I did shuffle them though. Another 9. Oh. Things are about to get a lot better, especially if you've been in a financial hardship. Do you see this is why I pulled these cards out, because it seriously is reminding me of what things can look like nowadays outside around the world. it's very realistic of somebody being like, oh goodness, you know, everything else is going to hell, and there's financial worries and concerns, and they're saying you are about to get wishes granted. Another 9. 6 9s is what we're up to, by the way. You're about to get a wish granted and be safe and happy, even with all the calamity happening on the outside. Even if you have a real earthly worry, concern, or issue right now that you're facing, I wouldn't worry too much, because there's the moon and the sun. These are really strong energies. One, you're not going to be able to miss it. When the sun comes in, it brings in happiness, a new experience, something you're really going to love. You'll be able to see a bigger picture. Perhaps things were very confusing for a while, or not able to really see that much of how you were going to attain this, how you were going to get the finances you need, how the health was going to get better, whatever it is on the earthly realm here that you were concerned or really worried about. 9 of Cups, it's going to get better. There's something here with the moon, other than, yes, tapping into your intuition. There's a key here, some sort of key from the symbolism in your dreams too. The moon, always. So it's the sun and the moon, and it's telling me that night or day, no matter what, you're going to be provided the light that you need to see yourself out of whatever worrisome situation this represents for you. Now, what does that have to do with the speaker energy? The 6 of Cups. A significant soulmate is coming in, is what it feels like. They can be attached to you from a past lifetime, a future lifetime, whatever it is. They have a spiritual tether to you. They're meant to help you, you help them, and then you make good memories here in this journey too. They're here to help you with something. And tell me about the connection specifically. Temperance is taking divine timing. So in the High Priestesses, they're saying that you kind of already know that there is a connection, that there is something already. Okay, so for some, it's going to be an actual connection that's just kind of taking its time, and we're waiting on the conditions to be right. And something's going to give you a lot more information about that. And for others of you, you're not crazy for feeling a connection that has not yet made itself manifest in the 3D. I also have the Chariot here too. So you're definitely, things are going to pick up. They're literally just saying to have patience with the Temperance card. They're also saying that the angels are behind the scenes getting this to work out. We have so many major arcana. Just with clarifying, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cards out here that are major arcana. 8 if you want to count the regular spread. So I see some big changes coming for you, and even in just the next 3 days. Maybe you're doing some work on the in the etheric realms first. Tell me about the loving people here, the loving new starts. The Devil is the loving new start. No, I think that is talking about, wow, strategy and planning for your money, your finances, the things that you want to have here on earth. It's about strategy, but it's also about navigating temptations too, and letting go of our fears. There is the new world. This card almost looks like to me the old world being gone and the new world coming in. And so there is this new chapter that is going to seem like a new world to you. Definitely can involve travel, and it involves you coming together with the right friends, the right people, the right lovers, maybe. The 3 of Cups. It has a person with a wedding dress on the card. So I don't know. I went way longer on this reading than what I was supposed to. See, I'm a leader because it's interesting, and you have so many major arcana. They almost all, guys, almost all of the major arcana came out on this clarifying for you. Let's take a look at these real quick, because this is like, whoa. I haven't seen a reading like that in a while. I haven't seen a reading like this in a while. There's only 22 major arcana in a 78 day. Strength, your power, your confidence. Whew. The lover's energy, the right soulmate coming into your life, the crossroads, the big decision to make that makes a big difference. Like this decision of the lovers decides how everything will either is going to change. Actually, that everything changes from this decision. The sun, without a doubt, you'll be shown the way, the right light entering your life. This newfound happiness too, a new experience. The moon, mystery surrounds this whole freaking thing. There's a tie to your dreams. There's a key, something here within your dreams. Actually, I'll put it here within your. Oh, I was gonna put it up there. That might have to do with what you're about to receive, also, as this card right here is the sap from the moon plant. Temperance. You have been patiently waiting because you know that things are coming together with the right chemistry. It's the right balance and the right amount of healing that has occurred for something to become in alignment for you. The High Priestess, because you're extremely intuitive, psychic, you have a really strong awareness of who you are, what I'm hearing, and who you're becoming. Whew, okay. Is intuition off the chart? You're also going places, and it's about to pick up speed, and this can indicate travel. So can the World card. Be ready for something to pick up. What's cool about this is that you see there's this coffin. It's coming out of the car as these people are kind of driving away, and I think that's signifying in this reading that you're ready for something to have a real end, so that you can move on, so that you can not just move on, but so that you can start going towards your victory. The World, this old paradigm, gone. You're safe and sound right here as a new one comes about. You've already stepped into this energy. You are the phoenix rising, showing people what it is like to transform using this energy of the new world. And then the devil in the details. We find the balance even in this energy too. And so we're going to use it for strategy and planning and for attaining the things that we want. Obtaining the things that we want here on the material plane. And oh my goodness. And then joy and abundance. A strategy that pays off might involve kicking other people out of the way, taking all their swords, not telling people what your next move is. Your love for others is powerful, and you're able to spread your gift of support far and wide. Your curious and social nature brings you into contact with a variety of people, all who would benefit from your warm, heartfelt words of wisdom. 15 says, I am wise. Master number 44 says, your angels are encouraging you to continue with your present life path with diligence and determination. Even greater success is going to come in the future. I am supported. Master number 44. And I have 25, all of these fives. Nice. You have a great ability to process information on both conscious and subconscious levels. And it says you have a great awareness of the world. Okay, your curiosity is what brings you an awareness of the world, because you just want to know, right? So you are extremely intelligent, and you are extremely intelligent. That's another reason why it would be important for people to hear your opinions and hear your truth. And then 888, as you focus on all the wonderful things that surround you, you're clearing the path for more positive energy to flow into all areas of your life, creating a place for abundance. I'm abundant. And I'm sorry that was so lengthy for a 3-day, but that's what I have for you. It's pretty much an amazing reading. Gave me a lot of energy. Thank you for letting me do that for you. I'm sending you love, light, bye.